Anyone else had an Ouija board experience like this? Me and a friend decided to play the Ouija board one night when his parents weren't home. He also had another friend over, but he was too scared to play with us and said it was dangerous, so he stayed downstairs watching television. After about 10 minutes of trying to get this homemade board to work, eventually it started working and a spirit was answering our questions. We were just asking basic questions about the spirit's name, how it died, where it lives, and messing around a bit, etc. But eventually we started to asking religious questions and stuff about the afterlife. At this point we realized we screwed up a bit because it started to seem like it was getting angry with us. The planchette was moving faster and I could just feel like it was getting agitated. I was actually shitting myself while my friend was just finding it hilarious, lol. After a while I remembered the Ouija board movie where they looked through the planchette and saw the spirit, so I wanted to see if that was actually possible. I asked the question, which is now realize I shouldn't have asked, but I did, and so I asked, "Can we see you?" When saying it I didn't really mean it and it was just an experiment, joke, but when I said that the planchette moved to the top of the board where in the center I had drawn an eye, I mentally shit myself when I realized it had given us permission to look at it, so I just told my cousin we should say goodbye and stop. He disagreed. He decided he wanted to look, and so he stood up, took the planchette, and looked through it around the room. As he turned to look at the side of the room where there was the wardrobe and door, he froze and dropped the planchette. For a solid 15 to 20 seconds, which felt like an eternity, he was unresponsive and it seemed like his soul had just left his body. He was staring straight forward and wasn't moving at all. I panicked and so I grabbed his arm like I was trying to shake him to wake him up. He then turned and faced towards me. His eyes had rolled back and so all I could see was white and he was just staring at me. I panicked and pushed him over and he fell straight into the floor and hit his head. After about another 30 seconds he woke up, but he didn't remember any of it. When I asked him what happened, all he remembers is that we were playing Ouija board and then everything went blank. After that, because I was in shock, I forgot to say goodbye. I just scrunched the Ouija board up, threw it in the bin, and we went downstairs to watch TV with our other friend. To this day he swears he doesn't remember what happened and it's like part of his memory is missing. I didn't actually tell him what happened exactly at the time and still haven't, because I was still trying to process what happened while being scared AF. I just told him he passed out and we haven't talked about it since. I'm writing this up now though because recently he's been saying him and his sister have had strange things happening to them in the house. They hear weird noises in the house, and recently his sister told me that one night she heard a massive thud. When she went downstairs to check, she found the mirror on the wall had fallen and the glass was smashed everywhere. She said it didn't make any sense because no windows were open, it was secure and so there was no wind. It's like it just fell off on its own. She told me she thinks there is something paranormal going on, but I just told her not to worry. Her and her brother still don't know what happened that night I was over. I'm the only one that knows. Do you think it could be connected? That something possessed my friend and now it's still in the house? Can anyone try to explain what actually happened? Was he possessed? Are they now haunted? Am actually kind of scared for them. Any advice would be really appreciated.